And Zika, I hope I got
Mieszka?
that. I'm getting better. Zeromska for Poland. She's going to talk to us about a project the Ministry of Health has done on medical simulation.
Hello, my name is Zeromska, and in the past I worked for CAE since 8-9 years almost, and we have implemented a lot of projects, simulation labs and simulation centers, and also a lot of workshops and conferences. Since 2 years, I'm working for University of Zielona Gora from Collegium Medicum, and I'm manager of the monoprofile medical simulation center and also simulation center for medical department. And in 2015, the Polish government have launched a project partly financed for European Union. It's about 80%, and partly from own resources to contributing and implementing the medical simulation to all the education system for medical staff. It was in 1914, the beginning with trying to help the Ministry of Health to create the budget for this project, for all the equipments and also for the courses. Co-financing totaled about 65 million euros. It was the beginning of the big working to change all this standard in medical staff education. Due to the wide scope of works, implementation was divided into several stages. The first one, it was dedicated for 12 medical universities that had been established before 2012. The second part, it was dedicated, it was in 2016, 17, was dedicated for the 43 nursing and midwife departments, which 35 of which successfully passed the grant competition procedure. And the next step was to enable medical facility for the youngest medical departments, what is established after 2012. And the first medical university and medical college included 12 medical universities. And the project began with an audit from Ministry of Health that participated in minister grant competition to propose of which was to the facility, real facility, and facility amount. The audit ended with a report. It was some kind of guidelines how to arrange the simulation labs, which quality with equipment, simulators, phantoms, mannequins, and also for the medical equipment and medical furnitures. The second part of this project, it was the medical courses. Mainly it was for the basic and advanced medical simulation courses, OSCE courses, and also foreign courses. This is the 12 medical universities was started in 2015-16. The implementation was in different years. Because it was a lot of problems with the buildings, sometimes problems with the performers of the equipment, and also for the documents for European Union. In Poland, we have very difficult and very hard to providing the European Union projects. That's why sometimes it was a problem to implementing everything in 2016 or 17. And most universities began the implementation of the projects with the determination, the location of the simulation center, also preparing the architectural design, and also announcing the tender for the equipment, simulators, training courses, and also for the medical furnitures and medical equipment. The second stage of these governmental projects in 2016 and 17, it was dedicated for the nursing departments, and it was 43 nursing departments in field, and 35 on which successfully passed the grant competition. Co-financing total, it was about 20 million euros. And this resulted, it was establishing a monoprofile medical simulation centers. Monoprofile because it's only dedicated for the nursing departments. During this implementing process of monoprofile simulation center, were introduced a new standard. It was the first step because the some of subject need to be assured 100% in simulation center. It was the basic of nursing, physical examination, anesthesiology, and basic of emergency medical service. It was the first step to change the standard of education in nursing education. And the next step was enable to medical facility for simulation for the youngest six medical departments in Poland. And the grant competition was announced in 2018. And in April this year, the Ministry of Health signed the contracts with 6 universities. Co-financing, it was totaled about 21 million euros. And this is the picture for the signing the agreements in Ministry of Health. Now is the time to preparation all the description for the equipment, also for the buildings, preparing the buildings, and the near future it will be also preparing the grant competition from Ministry for Postgraduate Education for the youngest medical simulation center. And also for the field of emergency medical staff, because they also needed to have a good facility to change the standard in the education. It's a next step of the ministry to show that it's a big change in Poland, not only the simulation center and labs, but also it was implementing the new ordinance of Ministry of Science and Higher Education. And this is the guidelines for the medical staff in each, also doctor, dentist, pharmacist, nurse, midwives, and paramedics. And we just began in this academic year to implementing this new standard in our medical education. The most important issue on medical simulation training under the new regulation is also the implementing that 5% of practice in hospital should be before successfully passed by students in medical simulation center. And this is a lot of hours. That's why it's sometimes especially the young simulation centers like Zielona Gora have a problem with the staff, with doctors and nurse. And postgraduate education. Some of the oldest medical universities have also the simulation labs for the postgraduate education. They have a very big experience. For example, Łódź. Problems. The main problems we have that in the field of the courses, medical courses, because in one time we have a very high demand for the medical simulation courses, and also we have a problem with good quality in these courses. Just like said before, a small number of teaching staff, especially in smaller centers, just like Zielona Góra, Rzeszów, Kielce. It's a small, the youngest medical departments, and small number of technical staff. It's no problem to have the people who have a very good technical knowledge, background, but the problem is with the salary at the university. It's not so high, but the people have a very good background and knowledge, and that's why it's a problem, main problem. Additional activity of medical simulation center, it's also we are organizing a lot of conferences, workshops, meetings, medical simulation grant competition. Each university have all. We are trying to cooperating together. Developing a clinical simulation bank scenario. It's also the cooperation between universities. and developing a medical simulation handbook. It's it's some kind of guidelines for the staff who will be in the future working in simulation center. And now we are working with Ministry of Health to preparing how to this medical simulation should evaluate in the future in Poland. So it will be also for the postgraduate, but also for the emergency medical staff equipment facility.